The U.S. may have a new nuke in its arsenal in the coming days. The Pentagon has stated that it's looking for a higher-yield nuclear gravity bomb based on the B61-12 design. The bomb is designated as B61-13. As per the Pentagon, the goal for the B61-13 will be to provide a new choice against specific targets like well-protected underground military facilities. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the U.S. Department of Defense is planning to develop a new nuclear gravity bomb, B61-13. Let's get into the details. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The Department of Defense release notes the Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration, NNSA, would produce the B61-13. The decision to pursue this capability, which was undertaken in close collaboration with the NNSA, responds to the demands of a rapidly evolving security environment as described in the 2022 Nuclear Posture Review. The release states the B61-13 would be deliverable by modern aircraft, strengthening deterrence of adversaries and assurance of allies and partners by providing the President with additional options against certain harder and large-area military targets. It would replace some of the B61-7s in the current nuclear stockpile and have a yield similar to the B61-7, which is higher than that of the B61-12. Assistant Secretary of Defense for Space Policy, John Plum, said, "Today's announcement is reflective of a changing security environment and growing threats from potential adversaries. The United States has a responsibility to continue to assess and field the capabilities we need to credibly deter and, if necessary, respond to strategic attacks and assure our allies." He added, "The B61-13 represents a reasonable step to manage the challenges of a highly dynamic security environment. While it provides us with additional flexibility, production of the B61-13 will not increase the overall number of weapons in our nuclear stockpile." The release further states, "The B61-13 would take advantage of the current established production capabilities supporting the B61-12 and would include the modern safety, security, and accuracy features of the B61-12. This initiative follows several months of review and consideration. The fielding of the B61-13 is not in response to any specific current event. It reflects an ongoing assessment of a changing security environment." As pointed out by the release, the B61-13 will essentially combine the characteristics of B61-7 and B61-12. The B61-7, similar to all B61 variants, follows a dial-a-yield design, allowing it to be configured for detonation with different levels of explosive force. The uppermost setting for this particular version is estimated to be in the range of 340 to 360 kilotons, rendering it one of the most potent variants among the B61 series. The B61-12 is the latest iteration of the B61 series bomb. The bomb has a kit that's equipped with tail fins to control the bomb's downward descent and will enable it to dive down on the target with high accuracy. The B61-12 also uses rockets in the main body to spin stabilize it in flight and improve its accuracy. While the bomb's exact power remains classified, it most likely has a maximum yield of about 50 kilotons. As per the Pentagon's fact sheet, the B61-13 will not increase the overall number of weapons in the U.S. stockpile. The number of B61-12s to be produced will be lowered by the same amount as the number of B61-13s produced. Some reports indicate that the B61-13 will be reserved for U.S. military use only. The proposal to develop B61-13 is not coming out of a vacuum. One of the important reasons is China, which has been building hardened silo fields for intercontinental ballistic missiles, as well as a significant number of underground facilities to house its key military assets. The annual report on Chinese military and security developments, recently released by the Pentagon, specifically underscores the presence of highly fortified military infrastructure deep within China. It states, "The PLA maintains a robust and technologically advanced underground facility (UGF) program to conceal and protect all aspects of its military forces, including C2, weapons of mass destruction, logistics, and modernized missile, ground, air, and naval forces. The PRC has thousands of UGFs and constructs more each year. These UGFs are central to the PRC's counter-intervention and power projection efforts, enabling the PLA to protect valuable assets from the effects of missile strikes and to conceal military operations from adversaries. The PRC's emphasis on strategic deterrence has also contributed to the construction of UGFs for the country's nuclear forces, which aims to survive an initial nuclear first strike by an adversary." The report further noted, "The PRC will likely continue to develop and expand its UGF program to support its expanding forces and military modernization. Furthermore, other potential adversaries, notably North Korea and Iran, have made substantial investments in the development of increasingly deeper underground infrastructure to safeguard vital assets, particularly against potential U.S. military strikes." The nuclear deterrence of a country depends on the nuclear triad. A nuclear triad is the capability to launch nukes from air, sea, and land. The U.S.'s nuclear triad includes B-2 and B-52 bombers with nuclear bombs and missiles, Ohio-class submarines armed with Trident II D-5 missiles, and Minutemen III ICBMs. Each leg has its own pros and cons. While B-52 bombers carrying nukes are more vulnerable compared to Minutemen III ICBMs and Trident II D-5 SLBMs, they offer greater flexibility as a strike can be withdrawn even at the last moment. U.S. has stealth fighters like F-35 and bombers like B-2, and upcoming B-21 Raider that can potentially carry the nukes deep inside enemy territory without being detected. B61-13 will strengthen the aerial nuclear option and, as examined, is the need of the hour.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.